apologies. We're coming on a little later than usual. Had a few meetings in the newsroom and things like that to take care of. This morning, though, we want to know, do you think that we should change the state flag of North Carolina?
Yeah, this is all because of two students. And Kia, you've been talking about this all morning long.
Yeah, so maybe a possibility here that the North Carolina flag could be getting a new design. So this is coming from the News and Observer. And basically they're saying that two students from NC State say that our flag lacks significant symbolism. So Wyatt Hamilton and Adam Flesher say the design doesn't make them feel proud or connected to the state. They also say the text in the flag makes the design a little too busy, a little difficult to read. The two want to see a new design that would increase stronger feelings amongst North Carolinians. The Hard Heel State, though, some history here, not a strong tradition with the state flag. It didn't have an official flag for about 70 years, and it only chose one when it joined the Confederacy. Now, they've only modified that flag twice, and they kept a similar design both times. As for the process, though, if these students actually do want to propose a new flag design, it would need to go through the General Assembly. So they would have to get in front of the state lawmakers to put in whatever design they think is a little less difficult and a little more connective.
Interesting.
And I believe we have some pictures of their proposals, right? Do we have that picture, guys?
We might.
Well, if we don't, I want to. I just want to point this out. Two dates on there. The top date, Mecklenburg County declared independence for
May 20th,
any part, and then North Carolina was the first state to declare. That's the bottom number right there. So there's significance in the dates on there. But you know what? I'm almost willing to bet if you told people, the average went on the street, could you draw the flag of the state of North Carolina?
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Would not be able to do
Absolutely.
it.
Yeah.
Most people don't really know what it looks like, so is it that important to change it if most people don't even know the significance or what it looks like? That's my question.
Right. I think that's a fair question. And I would urge caution anytime you want to change something that's has
historical.
Yeah, it's historical.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean we can't.
Right.
But I think,
a few
want to
states
approach it with some amount of hesitation.
A few states have changed in the past, say, 10 years, and those were states that had the Confederate flag somewhere within their state flag.
Mississippi, I think.
Sorry, I'm trying to get
It
this
made some big changes.
I'm trying to send this to them so we can pull up their examples.
I think Tennessee may still have a little bit of a reference to that.
They have 3 stars on.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think.
It looks anyway. Most
We got
of the
some
states
reaction
have made
though
the
this
change.
morning from folks, right?
It did. So we'd been asking during the morning show, of course, if people thought that Carolina needs a new flag, and we actually had several responses, but it was an overwhelming no. I mean, some folks saying just like absolutely not, and others, I mean, saying like the historical context that we were talking about, that it's just leave the flag alone. It's not time to change history. And so I like the point that Larry pointed out too, is that when folks are changing, the flag, which should be approached with some hesitation, it's for cultural reasons, especially tying back to, race relations in the country, which I think is, those are the kind of things that we should be reevaluating if necessary.
Totally.
Well, maybe our digital producer can add a link in the comments
Sarah
to this.
is trying to figure it out, y'all.
Well, it's the whole premise of the story, right? To look at the, there's no story without the pictures
So if I can
of the
describe,
flags.
some of the ones they suggested had one of the lighthouses on it, which, the Outer Banks are famous for.
Right.
And then, because I did see the story this morning, that was actually a variation of that with a lighthouse on the front of it.
There's about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 with the lighthouses on it.
I'm sure it may have First in Flight somewhere maybe on. I'm not sure.
Oh, here we go. Yay!
There we go.
This is, I guess, these are the two students when they were doing a Zoom interview about it. One of them, Wyatt, who's only 20, his mom posted this on her social media, so that's how we got it. But those are all the different varieties of flags that these two students were pitching. So the whole idea of this story.
I'm not sure if any of those completely make historical sense.
I wonder if they did it for like a school project or something.
It's a great idea to come up, but I don't see anything on there that would be significant to the state
compared to what we have now.
If you think about the state flag as it is right now, if you live in this county, it really is representative of this county.
Right.
And I guarantee if you went over to Tarboro, North Carolina, or you went over to Cullowhee, North Carolina, and said, what is that date up there? And says, 1775. They would have no idea.
Because the reason behind it is, as we mentioned, it goes back to Mech Deck Day. Because May 20th, 75 was when folks here in Mecklenburg County and Charlotte
you didn't connect the dots on.
Like said, hey, we want our independence from the Queen and everything like that. And it was a year later that the Continental Congress met up in Philly and decided that, and that's why that bottom date is a year later, because that's when all the states did it.
We were the first state to make that reference.
A lot of people don't know that.
There's been a lot of debate about Mech Deck Day, whether it really happened, because there's no historical conclusive
There's a lot of
evidence
skeptics, understandably
of that.
so.
But you got to be proud, just as we are in Mecklenburg County.
Got to believe. That's right.
Yeah.
All right, folks, let us know what you think, and then we'll see you back here tomorrow morning for a Friday edition of Wake Up Charlotte to Go.
Woo-hoo.